Alright, so let us begin. I think in terms of characters, we had done pretty much everything in terms of like preparing them. So this scenario, we begin not exactly inside the compound itself, but in transit, as you are currently in the meta dimension. Your ship is drilling the course towards your objective, and it's actually the very last day or even last hours before you will exit the actually sorry quite recently you have exited the meta dimension, as spike drive has been completed successfully, and your ship because usually you have to exit the spike drive on the edge of the system. So that still leaves several hours of regular travel, as the ship is moving towards the target planet and will take place on the orbit, while the company that you are a part of will be sent down there on the surface using shuttles, drop pods, and whatnot. And apart from the regular stuff that you can do while in the travel, meaning like socializing with your fellow comrades or underlings, or just training.
So I just looked at Heroic Warriors and holy shit.
Yeah, you mean the fact that they automatically hit the lesser foes?
And we always win initiative unless we're going up against another Heroic Warrior. Or we're surprised.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think any one of you took alerts, so I think that's not a wasted foci. Although even
Well, alert would just be on top of it.
yeah, because alert. I don't think alert actually stops you from being surprised, but I would have to check.
Friedrich will be mostly maintaining his power armor and just kind of. He's here to get the mission done and to do his job mostly.
Alright. Meanwhile, Jackie, or Chan as he's known by his fellow crew members, due to his somewhat Asian heritage, is going to read the final message that was given to him by his fiancée as he was shipped out, telling him that they might be expecting a new member to their family.
Not even 5 minutes into the session, death flags should go up.
Damn, I was waiting for it. I was wondering how long it would take you to realize.
And he realized in the first one. Let them all loose, though.
Alright. He also is waiting for the next year, as this is his final year of mandatory service to the Blue Helms. He constantly keeps a picture of her lover, his lover, inside his helmet at all times.
God damn.
He also has a twin brother.
A what now?
A twin brother.
Okay.
Unaffiliated, but he also was told by his father that he had something important he wanted to discuss with him once he gets back.
Yeah, When he gets back, not if. Right. We'll see.
Yeah.
Just one small correction. This point in like fiction in the setting, the Blue Helmets and Bright Fuchsia as a faction, they don't exactly exist. This is more like they do not formally exist, but they are like still like one, rebels trying to form.
We're still working together.
Like still trying to form one secular government, and this is more to show like to which ideology you more go along with, like which ideology you prefer. So this is not a faction per se. So yeah, this is more like instead ideology, but there are some cracks in politics starting to show up. So this is like a mandatory service, but not for Blue Helmets like in general, but like for the government. That's, I don't have like specific name, but just like vague like rebel government that have taken power. But apart from that, all is fine.
All right.
Okay.
And the final death flag is that he befriends the youngest member of the squad, so that would be Casper. No, wait. It would be Kojiro.
Actually, the way I've written it, like the very early 20s, I wrote for less Hasten.
Oh.
Hasson.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Well, I will do the opposite then. I'll expand Friedrich a bit. He is a career soldier. He's an old Grizzard veteran who's got that gritty, rough exterior, but secretly cares about his squad, and while the squad knows this, they treat him with respect and don't mention it, kind of thing. Like, they know he cares, but they'll be nice to him and let him keep his grizzled exterior.
It's not like I care about you or anything, Baka.
He just grunts at them instead of being tsundere.
Okay. Yeah, as for Lise, you can make a notice check to see if you actually catch something. You can make a Jackie Chan. You can make a notice check. The DC will not be high, based off wisdom or charisma, whichever you prefer. Whichever is better for you, I guess. Actually, they have the same modifier.
Second.
And by the way, if you want to have like an easier way of clicking for like skill checks, you can. I'm gonna like do it for a second. I clicked like this in the top right corner next to the NPC label. There is this like a pen, and clicking it disables the edit function, which means that you can just click on the skill like directly instead of having to go to quick menus and then that whole shebang. But it's up to you.
Yeah, just says that it's unable to find a player or character with the name Jackie.
Okay, I know why. Because there is air quotes. Sorry, not air quotes, quotes in the handout name.
Oh.
That's a bug that I mean, probably it's not a bug, but because of how macros are made, probably the quotation symbol fucks with it. So if you don't want
what do we try to do?
If you don't want the error to happen, you can just like delete the quotes. We'll know it's your nickname. What was that, Zach?
Did you get it in error when you did that?
Let me check. Alright, now it works.
I was saying, as I see a notice check.
Yeah, but that's actually, why the fuck did I deleted the not deleted but yeah. I mean, you can like like next to the one there's this like, you know, this pen symbol, so you can, if you want to like edit the character or not.
No, good.
That's very like useful. Okay, with a 7, so what you know about Lise is that he's the fresh meat. He's probably the one of the like newest members, not only of this squad but of this company. And normally they would have probably allowed him to like, you know, season a little bit more, like provide him with a couple more weeks at the very least of training. But for this mission, the company that is going is already under strength, because normally company is like 6 platoons. Each platoon is 50 people, so that's 300 people. And on this mission itself, there are between, because obviously you do not have like time to count every single person, like between 150 to 200 people. So already like below strength, so he's a very much of a case of you know, rapid reinforcement. And he seems, and with that check you know that he seems pretty not nervous right now. He's a little bit stressed because that might be actually like his first well, mission experience, because you do not exactly know that this might result in combat. And he definitely appreciates like, he's like getting calmer as Jackie is like, you know, talking with him. But yeah, I give you this, that if shit goes down, you will remember to keep an eye on him.
All right.
Because you have that in the back of your head that you hope that nothing bad will happen, but in case something will go wrong, you do wonder how Lise will handle being under pressure.
Oh, come on. This is just a routine mission. In and out. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
I swear we'll be home by winter.
I mean, it won't even take that long, but Murphy is listening. Yeah, but Lise is not aware about the concept of Murphy, so, and you are his direct superior officer. And I would imagine, because we are like a squad leader, so I think in like militaries, squad leaders usually have the rank of sergeant or staff sergeant. So something something along those lines.
Either that or corporal.
Yeah, so in this case it you definitely have like a minimum of sergeant, because like other squad members are like either privates or corporals if they had like a little bit more experience, if they probably fought in the war that has finished recently. And I would assume that both of you have some experience in that conflict during your age, and experience that you probably took part in like this war that has engulfed most of the sector, probably including your home planets. Okay, anyways, as you are still in transit over the PA system, there's a message. Attention, company assemble at the main briefing hall in 10 minutes. Attention, company assemble at the main briefing hall in 10 minutes.
All right, so I'm guessing we're
Yeah, that's
like
all of
in
you.
the. So I guess we're like in the mess hall or something where when we hear this.
Probably. It's up to you where you are.
Friedrich will get into his armor, get his kit together, and wait for the rest of the squad.
All right. In that case, Jackie is going to do the same. He's going to make sure everybody else or every recruit and corporal is going to be present at the just to make sure that they're good and ready to join everybody else.
All right. So, flashing forward as the company assembles at the hall, every single person is standing in their respective formation at attention, and in front of you. I mean, most of these people you do not know, or either if you know them because you're serving in the same unit, it's like mostly by the face or maybe first name. It's after all a big military unit. And it's actually like slightly patched up, like it was like, as I said, quickly reinforced for this particular mission. So there are a lot of new faces, even if they're like experienced soldiers from the previous conflict, and they might be like new guys. However, you do know, at least by the name and description, the commander of this company, and the one that is gonna give you a briefing. Major Dalton Croyle. I might not be able to pull off the accent, but you can imagine that he's speaking with like more or less vague British accent. He looks very much in his late 40s. Average height, pretty thin, rather unique, not unusual color of hair, because it's blue, like blue going into like more aquatic, and light cyan eyes. He's currently wearing typical officer garb, and on his side you see that he carries a holstered laser pistol. And yeah, as he was like stepping onto the like small impromptu stage, all platoon commanders, including the commander of your platoon, which is First Lieutenant Aihara Sakuro. Short, very well built, mid-30s, Japanese descent woman that has thin silver hair and silver eyes. All platoon commanders are like, platoon, attend, hot! I imagine like everyone.
Stand at attention.
Yeah, standing at attention. Major.
You hear a loud clang as I salute.
Yeah, probably from a couple of others, because not everyone has assault suit like powered armor, but some people that, well, they are trained in it and they have proven to be valuable soldiers, so they will not squander this. Also have it. Major Dalton, thank you, Atish man. Well, the situation is as follows. The government had, or still has, a research and processing facility for the for the artifacts and other equipment that we have gathered from the corrupt church. And due to the nature of this facility, they were obliged to send checkups, messages every. And let me think about how fast they would have gotten it. Every 5 days. Contact has been lost, and they have already missed 2 of these checkups. Now, the exact nature of this incident is still unknown. And at that, both of you can make a notice skill check based off either wisdom or charisma.
Another 7.
Alright. That's good enough. So you realize, mostly Frederick, that when the Major said that the nature of the incident is unknown, he doesn't lie, but he's not telling the full truth either, because you read from his like body language and like the way he speaks, his tone, that he's also unaware of what exactly is going down there, what happened, even though he's like pretty high, like he's the highest ranking officer in this quick reaction force. But he definitely has suspicions, not suspicions like, oh, this is what's something like, this is X what is going down there, like I know I have suspicions what is going down there, but more like I have suspicions that something went wrong.
Well, I'll still go in. It's my job.
Yeah. So that's just that. Yeah, the nature of this incident is currently unknown, but whatever it is, our mission is to investigate, secure the area, and if needed, restore control. Alpha and Bravo platoons, let's say that your squad, Frederick and Jackie, are part of the Alpha platoon, will be dropped relatively close by at the base itself. However, along the way, you will check out a nearby settlement, and as he's talking, on the back, let's say there's like a projector or like projection showing
A hollow projection.
a hollow projection, like showing pictures and maps, and you basically see that the base itself was built at the base of the mountain, like into the mountain itself and going into underground, and partially probably as a cover because there's a lot of like forest area. There is a settlement nearby. The settlement is a secondary objective, but checking out if the locals know anything might be useful. Platoon commanders, I expect you to carry out your fulfill this objective as you see fit. As for Charlie and Delta Company, you will conduct a wide sweep, perimeter sweep, around the base, like in the distance, like 10 kilometers from the base, and you will be tightening the perimeter, and should it be needed, you will be providing backup to the Alpha and Bravo platoon. Additionally, Command has seen fit to grant us the support of Cobra Squad, and at that, there are like wave of murmurs around among the ranks, because to quite a few soldiers, Cobra Squad has risen to like almost mythical rank, like almost living legends. Like there are like many stories about them, how deadly they are, how much destruction they can bring to the enemy, and their accomplishments during the war. So yeah, that information definitely sends wave of murmurs. And while that doesn't subside after a few moments, the platoon commanders. All right, enough of that gossip. And yeah, people quiet down. Yeah, I might as well ask your characters, and I'm fine with like your characters. If you want to, you might have like met Cobra Squad in the past during like some mission, or maybe you just have heard about them.
I would guess that Jackie would have mostly heard about them in passing. That they're some form of elite special group comprised of experts in all kinds of fields.
I'll say Friedrich's probably met him before on a mission.
All right. Yeah, they definitely give this like feeling of, you know, the elite of the elite, the cream of the crop, the best soldiers that the rebels had and patched up together in a squad so they could swing the tide of war in their favor. Yeah, so at the very least, from like looks, if you see them, then at the very least Frederick will be able to recognize, and you can like in the handouts I've made the like all six, well, six.
I count 5.
Wait, wasn't there? Did I add one more? Oh no, because that changed. Yeah, sorry, 5.
So didn't we murder one of them?
Who?
I don't know. We
Nah,
murdered someone important.
you have not fought with the Cobra Squad.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I mixed it up. I played like different one shot from like my main group, and essentially what happened, there was like 2 more members of Cobra Squad, but one of them was called Samael, and he was essentially like a mercenary, like hardcore mercenary type, and he wanted to ensure that he was a part of like super soldier program, and he wanted to ensure that he was the only one left. And because of that, the other player that had a soldier from the same program, but he was like a less mercenary type, towards the end of the one shot they have come to blows. And after that happened, Samael has left. Basically he was like, you know, war ended and he moved on to some other stuff. While currently at this point in time, like the rest of the Cobra Squad and pretty much everything apart from several, like very few people, know that the other guy called George Morrison actually survived. Yeah, so that actually leaves 5 people of the Cobra Squad, which is still like a considerable amount of force and support. And now, continuing with the briefing. Now, as for the platoons, if situation will deem it necessary, you will spread out throughout the floors and secure it section by section. If not, we'll just investigate the area, conduct interviews and interrogations with the local staff members, and ensure that nothing wrong has happened. And it doesn't sound like he is believing that nothing happened. Now, I will not lie, I would have very much preferred to have a full company or even a full battalion with this. But we'll do with what we have. War has taken a toll on all of us. And apart from Cobra Squad, I imagine that Command has spared us what they could. But this is all we are getting. Therefore, in case of troubles, I expect you to move carefully, with diligence, remembering your training, secure room by room, hallway by hallway, because this complex is not small. And like you can see, the blueprints are not like ideal, because obviously, like I really don't know. You don't see they are not full. Like you can see how many floors in the underground there are, how many underground levels there are, how generally large they are, and it easily can be seen that this compound can hold not only like hundreds of tons of like various equipment, material. Just they can like hold a lot of stuff, like, you know, Warehouse 13 style, reference that show. And such a facility, assuming it was staffed to full, definitely could house up to several hundred people, you know, scientists, other staff members, security, and whatnot. Now, seeing that we are still unaware exactly what is going down there, if this is like a simple or complex technical issue or something more, the plan and mission objectives will be adjusted as the mission will be proceeding. Now, are there any other questions? Feel free, no matter the rank, to ask them.
Friedrich's not falling for that trap.
Yeah, sure. Essentially, if you as a players want to know something more or want to ask to figure out if they know more, or maybe just give me a signal that I have forgotten about something in this briefing,
Nothing I can think about.
feel free to like pipe in and we can like say that. Even if it wasn't your characters per se, maybe like other platoon commander, you know, somebody else threw a question that you are also
In actuality,
interested in.
no, I don't have any questions.
Not me either.
Okay, so apart from some technical, like small details that are not directly relevant to the mission, there's a moment of silence, and Major Dalton, very well, and he looks at his, like, he has this like old school watch on his wrist instead of, like, you know, checking the time on his compat. which compads are basically like, you know, the sci-fi versions of PDAs, you know, iPads, all of that stuff. Very well. The ship will be arriving at the planet's orbit in 1 hour. I expect to see all of you at the main hangar bay in 45 minutes, all prepared to go. Until then, you are dismissed. And then he like gives like this short like 2-finger salute and takes off. Obviously the other soldiers like, sir, yes sir, you know, like full salute. And they will start dispersing. However,
Alright.
Jackie, your platoon commander will be stopping you. Or either she will like catch up to you as you are dispersing.
First Lieutenant, as he says as he salutes her.
Sergeant, and she like, you know, gives like a small, like again 2-finger salute, not exactly like as proper as, actually no, like, you know, full proper salute, because she's very much into like professionalism and discipline. And actually, before going on the scene, my idea was that because you said, I remember from making characters that you mentioned something along the lines that you are pretty like fresh promotion, as in like this is the mission when you are like, they are checking if you can like actually lead your soldiers. So my idea was that First Lieutenant was the one that recommended you for promotion.
Oh, okay.
That she was I want to say, like, even if this is not exactly based on real life military, like she was the one that, you know, put forward the recommendation.
That makes sense. So, Lieutenant Sakura, how can I help?
Ensure that you're... No, wait, she wouldn't tell that because that's a thing. I have expectations of you, Sergeant Nguyen. This is your first test, and I expect that you will be able to pass it with flying colors. I'm not sure if like this is the phrase that works, but no, wait, she would say this is your first test, and I expect that you will pass adequately.
Takes a moment to see Frederick hovering over them.
Actually, if you want to see that, try to beat. Actually, wait, because I don't think we have decided on the tie rules. Give me a moment. Okay, if a tie between two PCs favor the defender, so in that case, a defender would be Jackie. So you have to equal 12 on notice check.
1 second. The wisdom.
And Sally, because
I think I have to
equal. You have to roll 12 or higher. And yeah.
I think I have to roll 2 6s or something. No.
Okay. Then yeah, you do not notice that Frederick is lurking around.
Like, I imagine he's not even lurking. He's just like kind of in a slightly shadowed corner, just like standing there quietly watching this.
Yeah, and because he is Silent Titan, like he doesn't make a. Yeah, when he doesn't want to, he doesn't make a sound. In the pirate armor.
Well, sorry.
It's fine.
I will do my utmost not to disappoint you, First Lieutenant. I'm honored that you have have me in such high esteem.
You don't need to flatter me. Just perform your duties, and that will be the only reward, if you want to use a word like that, be needed. Good officers are a dime of a dozen.
Friedrich will be saluting when he says this, just like next to both of them. I'll make sure you won't die on my watch.
Jeez.
Actually, do I want to see if she has a chance of seeing you? She's slightly more experienced. Nah. So
I'm guessing he's like Drax. He's just so still that he's.
So yeah, she tries to hold it, but she's still there's like you know, this like surprise, sign of surprise, and like she whirls on Frederick with like this like spark of anger visible in her eyes.
He's just standing there in perfect salute.
Let's say Corporal Frederick.
Yes, ma'am.
Please ensure that you will not startle your allies that might result in unfortunate accidents on the field.
Yes, ma'am. I thought you noticed me. I apologize.
Your aptitude at sneaking in powered armor has been noted. And like with Frederick interjecting, she's like looks at Jackie, and well, that will be all, Sergeant. Good salute. I'll be seeing you at the hangar bay in 40 minutes.
Understood. See you there, Lieutenant. As he does his salute and walks away.
All right.
In that case, he is going to check out on his men, see what their thoughts is on the mission so far. I mean, to be visited by the Cobra Squad this early on, something has to be up.
Yeah, Gideon just shrugs and grunts. Abram and Casper are, well, technically they are on the mission, but if anybody asks, they are drinking non-alcoholic beverage. And
just make sure you got a clear head for the fight.
Absolutely, Sergeant. And Abram, if there is a fight, it might be a waste of time. Sorry, cannot pull off a Russian accent. Fucking, I cannot pull off accent at all.
Well,
And
knowing our luck, best just make sure to be on the safe side.
And Kojiro like says very calmly, of course, Sergeant. Eternal vigilance. Be ready
Constant
for the
vigilance.
yeah, constant vigilance. We shall be ready for anything.
So, how is Leslie holding up?
He's like no, slowly checking his every piece of equipment, making sure that he doesn't like miss anything. And he seems a little bit stressed, but this is like a stress for now, like a student before the exam kind of thing. Man.
Yeah.
And he like says, man, I just hope nothing happened, that this is just oh, I know, maybe the command is pulling a prank on us. Maybe this is like retirement party for the Cobra Squad.
Oh, Jackie just imagines a like big cake and surprise party once they arrive.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like James, which has probably definitely very unique characteristics, as he's albino, bald, and he has red eyes. And he says, well, that would be nice, but I think Sergeant might be on something. I'm not sure. If nobody suspected anything, I'm not sure if they would set Cobra Squad. I heard some wicked stories about these guys. And Casper and Abram, yeah, me too. They are like the best of the best, right?
Yeah, if to put it into perspective, we're like a regular burger, and they're the filet mignon. We're down here, and they're up there. And because they're coming down here, we have to be on our A game. So I want to make sure everybody is prepped and ready.
It's a good enough cook. One can't tell the difference between ground beef and filet mignon.
Abram is like the fuck's filet mignon.
However, the opposite is also true.